What's up, everybody? This is John from Superfly, bsuperfly.com. First off, thank you for being a customer buying one of our themes. I'm making this video to address an update that I believe Divi has made that took away the gradient text in Chrome and Josephine. As you can see in Firefox, we still have it. It looks fine. It looks great. But it's a little janky, like it didn't fade in. But in Safari and Chrome, it's just not there. And so this video shows how you can fix that issue. So first thing you want to do is make sure you have the CSS. And I have that right here, and I'll link to this in the video description. But you'll want to add this CSS to your theme options area right here in Divi theme options. If you want, you can add to the style sheet underneath where it says edit, where it says our part is done editing at the very bottom, and you can add styles there. Or you can add them right here in the custom CSS. That's going to be fine. Okay. And so let's see. So this page is the home page how you probably have it. And our first issue here is this 1,000+ lines of code that's missing. So to do this fix, it's pretty simple. All I need to do is go here, open this up, and again, initially we put our code in and our text in, and then we highlighted it and we choose a text color down here, a custom one or whatnot. So I've already done that with this custom gray color, but that just makes it so that the browsers that don't support gradient text yet will see this gray color. Chrome changed, or Divi changed something, so that's why it's not even working at all right now. But if Chrome were not to support it, it would just show the gray text. And at the end, I'll turn that off so you can see it. But with that being said, I want to warn you, use gradient text at your own risk. Because it's not fully supported yet. In all the modern browsers, it is, except I think Internet Explorer 11, it's not. But in the latest version of Edge, Safari, Firefox, and Chrome, it's supported. I'm not sure about mobile. I know on mobile, Chrome supports it, and I believe Safari does. I'm not sure about Firefox or Opera. So that's why I say use it at your own risk. It's a cool effect. It can add some nice a nice effect to the site, but just use it as your own risk. And if you do use it, make sure that you are typing your text first and then highlighting it and choosing a fallback color, or you can choose custom here and you can type in your own. So there's that gray color that I'm using. When you press OK, it'll put this span around there. That span is important because we're using that in our CSS. So you have to have this span around your text for this to work. Okay. So then the next thing I'm going to do is going to go over to advanced. And before we had all this code in here having to do with the background stuff. We don't need that anymore, but there's a couple things we want to keep. We want to keep font weight. We don't need this guy anymore, and we don't need this. And we'll keep text align center. That's fine. Actually, I don't even know if we need that. We'll find out. We can get rid of the rest of this. And then all I have to do is go to my CSS, and first I'm going to grab this gradient text class. Make sure you don't grab the dot there. Just grab that gradient text and paste that in. And then I'm going to do a space. I'm going to go and pull up Firefox. It still works here. As you can see, this particular gradient starts blue and ends with like this orange color, red, blue, red, orange color. And so I've gone ahead and made all the ones I have in the demo. I've made a blue-red version, a red-orange, and a purple-blue. And I'll go through and update the whole homepage here in this video, so you'll see how I'm using these. But you'll see here, if I hover over here, there's that blue to red color. There's that red-orange gradient, and then here's the purple-blue. And if you're wondering, this text editor is called Brackets. It's actually free, brackets.io. You can download it and then look on how to use their dark mode. You can Google that. That's what I'm using. But it's got a couple cool features that I really love. So brackets.io. One of them being this. I can hover over here, these colors. The other one being, and I'll use this at the end too, is I can click on one of these colors, right click, choose quick edit, and right here I can pick a new color and then close it and it'll save the value. So it's pretty sweet. Okay, so I've already got this blue-red one ready to go. So we're just going to go ahead and copy this, and you'll have this too. So I'm going to go ahead and copy this gradient text blue-red, and I'm going to go back to my, here we go, my text module. So I have gradient text class and then a space, which means a new class, gradient text blue-red. I'm going to save and exit and then update my page. And with any luck, that should be all I have to do for that first one. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and upload. And with this new static file generation, I recommend turning that off while you develop. Or just make sure you press shift refresh. Hold on the shift key when you're refreshing. So there we go, it works. That looks pretty good. The only thing is there's now some weird spacing. And so if you have this theme, you just go into this first 1000 again, go to the design, and just clear out this, at the bottom, this 4040. Just go ahead and get rid of those and save. When this guy starts turning, we'll refresh and see how that looks. Much better. On to the next one. Let's see. Alright, looking good so far. Looking good. Alright, so I know from the other one that down here underneath this text are these two block quotes. And this is where we're going to get our other color combos from. Here's the purple to blue, and then here's the red to orange. So we're going to go ahead and fix those right now too. And let me go ahead and, alright. So again, I'll grab this gradient text here, that class, and I'm going to go down and find those two. Here they are. So I'm going to go into, I'll start with this one. Okay, and again, I've already highlighted it so that that span is inside the block quote there, and it's got my color here. So if you, I'm going to go ahead and try to redo that. So I'm going to go ahead and grab this text color real quick so I can remember this. Okay, copy that. Okay, so I'm going to get rid of all this here. So what I would do for this particular one, it's in a block quote because I want that special block quote font here, this guy. So what I would do in the visual side is I would highlight this first and go ahead and make it a block quote. And then while it's highlighted, I'm going to go ahead and choose text color, custom, paste in my custom value, hit OK, and then flip over to text tab to check that it goes block quote first, then the span, and then close to the back block quote. That's great. Alright, so I'm going to go to advanced area, and I'm going to grab this gradient text again, which in brackets you can just double click, it won't grab the dot, because you don't want the dot, it won't work. Make sure there's a space after this last one there, put that in there. This is the animation classes, that's in another video. Gradient text, and then I want the, for this one on the left, I want the purple to blue. Okay, so purple to blue, there it is. Gradient text purple blue, that's what I want. And then I'll go down here, and in this case I can get rid of all of this, and because I'm curious, I'm going to go ahead and do this other one too right now. So again, it's already got the gray color, which is great. So I'll come over here, I'll get rid of all this real quick. Come up here, put a space. And I think this is also better too, because if you ever decide to change, you know, if I ever decide to change the shade of purple or blue, I just have to change it here, and it'll go and it'll change them all on my site that have this class. Or purple blue might not be the best class. You might want to go gradient combo 1, gradient combo 2, gradient combo 3, and then you could change them. Let's say they're like, hey, I don't like this purple blue, I want them to be orange and green. Well, then you could just change them right here, save them, and it would change them everywhere. Go ahead and grab this color. I'd make sure I got a space here, paste that in, and because I'm curious, I want to go up and I want to get rid of this text align center to see if we need it or not. We might need it. I don't know. I'm going to go ahead and cut that and just leave. I know we need the font weight 100. I know that. Okay, we'll refresh this page. Great. Oh, they're both okay. They're both purple blue. I gotta fix that, obviously. But let's see. And the 1,000 lines of code, I don't think we need that text align center, so I'm just gonna leave it out. But the right one's supposed to be the red to orange, so I'm gonna go ahead and grab the red orange one here and replace that right one with that. My computer's getting slow here doing this video. Here we go. Let's get rid of this one. Replace it with, whoops. Get rid of this one and replace it. There we go. Save that. Okay, and let's keep going down the page here. These guys are missing. And those are going to be, first one's red and the second one's the purple. Alright. So I'll go ahead and go down and find that. I believe they're right here. Yep, here they are. So same deal, make sure that they got the span around them. And they do. If they don't, you go ahead and highlight it and make that happen. Go over to advance here, and we are going to get rid of this one. But here I can see here it was E3 and F6. That's going to be the red orange. So I got to remember that. Come up here to my class, put in the gradient text class, and then put in my red orange one. Great. And then this one will be the blue. So we'll go ahead and put in the gradient text class, space, and do the blue one. There we go. And then get rid of this in here. If you leave this in there, it's not gonna work. And again, to check to make sure it's in a span. It is. That's great. All right, let's see if there's any left. I think that's it actually for this page. But you'll know how to do the other ones. Yep, that's it for this page. So let me scroll back up to here and save this page and make sure that everything goes well. All right, red like we want it. That one's great. That one's great. And that's all of them. A couple of the notes, you'll notice that you'll notice here in gradient text span I have 5 pixels of padding bottom, because with this particular font and most fonts lowercase, if I don't have that, so here so here we go. Here's that 5 pixels. If I don't have that, you'll see that the G gets cut off a little tiny bit. And so let me click off that. So in order for that to not happen for it to be cut off, I'm adding that padding in there. And then you'll also notice on, I think it's on the About page here, or no, it's on the video header. This one, let me look at this one, inspect this one. Yep, let's go look at this one, because this one I have to show you this one as well. And then I think we'll pretty much be done. Alright, so Anthem video header, there we go. So this one, when I inspect it, you'll see that it has the span style color, and then it's got this padding left 10. And if I take that off, you'll see it starts cutting off the letters. So I'm going to show you how I added that quickly. So here's this call out text. That's this area here. If I open that, and I'm on visual view here, you'll see it's gray because I've highlighted it and done the text color. But you'll see that I added this after the color. I've added this padding left 10 pixels, and that's so that it doesn't cut it off. Now, if for some reason you had this going to the right, like let's say you had the text blocks doing text align right, now it's cutting off the right side. So you'd want to go in to that and change it from padding left to padding right, and that'll fix that. So that would be, you'd come in here and say padding right instead. So if you need to pause the video and by default it should be padding left, and that's just because it's really big. The text is really big, and so sometimes it has an issue with that. Again, the gradient text, you got to use it at your own risk, but it's cool when it happens. So lastly, we're going to do is we're going to make our own color real quick, and yeah, I'm going to show you the fallback too. If I get rid of these, that's what the fallback color is going to be. That's that span color we're setting. So if a browser does not support gradient text, it should, or this method we're using for gradient text, it should show that fallback color. Okay, so last step is we're going to make our own color and then add that. So I already did this a little bit. I already brought in this one called pink yellow, and as I showed you before, I basically, well, here, I'll just copy this one. We'll just do it. We'll make our own here. So we're gonna copy this text purple blue. Let's call it pink yellow, and then I'm going to right click here. It shows me the gradient just when I'm hovering over it, but I'm going to make sure this color's got my cursor in the color. Right click, quick edit, and pink. So I'm going to go up to pink here, choose a really bright color pink, and you see it changes it. Cool. And then this one's going to be, and it's updating that gradient. See, this one's going to be yellow. Quick edit here, go to yellow. There we go. That's going to look interesting. And I'm just going to copy this and just throw it in this custom CSS there. So gradient text pink yellow. Okay, and then I'm also going to grab this class now and go to that callout text we just did here. Yep, this one for the so we can really see it because it's big. And you'll see I have the gradient text blue red there. We're just going to put gradient text pink yellow right there. Update it. Yeah, it looks pretty nice. Summertime. So yeah, that is how, and now I would just go back to the blue-red option. Or if I go back to the blue-red option, just to show you that, let's do text blue-red. So if I took this, just these colors, and copied them and went to blue red and just pasted them, and I'll just go ahead and comment out that line. And now if I took this blue red and put that in theme options instead, and I'll just delete that. There we go. So this is our yellow, pink and yellow colors, but it says blue red. It's not only is it going to replace these colors right here, but it's also going to replace colors anywhere I've used that. Which I think the only other place I used the blue red is on the 1,000 plus lines of code. Yep. So that's what I was meaning by this is probably better, because if the client changes their mind on the colors, you just change them in one spot. You know, I can just uncomment this out. And then replace that in the style sheet, you know, and it would be fine. In this case, I have that code part of the style sheet, so it will just be, now when I refresh this page, this is going to be the regular color. So again, browsers are always changing, Divi's always updating, sometimes these things happen. Thanks for watching this video to be able to fix your gradient text. Sorry for the inconvenience. We do our best to try to make these themes to where updates can happen and it won't affect the theme displays, but I'm glad I was able to get on here and put a video together for you. Alright y'all, have a great day.